So what would you do if you were assigned a huge building project to manage, or told to step into the leadership role for an entire nation where every person would depend on you to make the right decisions? How about helping someone else accomplish a big job where you're not going to get much recognition? Or do the one thing you would be most afraid of doing while everyone you know watches? All of these are pretty big things and would intimidate most of us. Well, they probably do more than intimidate us. Most of us would turn and run in the opposite direction. But that's not what the people in this month's Bible stories did. Instead, they hopped to it, and God helped them do some really big things. That's why we chose the theme, Hop to It, this month. When our preschoolers are faced with big things, we want them to remember to hop to it because God will help them. Week 1, Solomon is given the big job of building a temple for God. And we're not talking about a shed in the backyard. This was a temple and it had to be glorious. Solomon had to lead the builders, figure out how to move the supplies, talk with kings to get the supplies he needed. There were so many decisions. And he could have said no, but instead he hopped to it. Week 2, Joshua gets a tap on the shoulder and is told it's his turn to lead the nation of Israel, an entire nation. Not to mention, he would be following in the footsteps of Moses, just one of the most amazing leaders ever. I mean, talk about a big job. But the size of the job didn't stop Joshua from hopping to it and getting the job done. Week 3, Aaron finds himself watching his brother Moses struggle to lead during a battle. Instead of ignoring his brother, he hopped to it and helped. Holding someone else's arms up, literally, a big job. But the battle was won, and the rest is history. We end with week 4, where not only does something big happen, but one of the guys in the story is really, well, big. His name was Goliath, and his meanness was as big as he was. He had God's people trembling with fear, but not young David. David knew God was bigger than Goliath, and that's all he needed to hop to it and take care of business. Our world is filled with things that are big and sometimes scary. And when our preschoolers face these big things, we don't want them to run. We want them to hop to it because they know God is bigger and will help them do big things.